The spring equinox was due in 5 days. We chose to fly to Yellowknife at 63 degrees north latitude, just 250 miles from the North Pole, located in Northwest Territories of Canada. Our quest was to see the northern lights, that is, Aurora Borealis, to use its formal name. This town sits right under the oval ring of Aurora activity, which girdles the earth. This is the place to be at equinox time for the best chance of seeing this phenomenal event.
I had seen it before in Manitoba, but Lalita, Rukmini and Ram hadn't. It was minus 39 outside, including wind chill. From our hotel room, we stared at the cold, snowy landscape and eagerly waited for the sun to set. We bundled up in several layers of wool and down. And then waited in the lobby. A bus took all of us to the Aurora village near Cassidy Point on the shore on the prosperous lake.
By 10 p.m., we were in our teepees, under a starlit black sky, beside the frozen lake. We would huddle there for the next 3 hours, warmed by a wood stove, while waiting for the Aurora to show up. When it did, we would step out into the bone-chilling cold outside with our cameras. That first night, Aurora arrived after a long wait. People, cameras and tripods rushed out. The ethereal dance, miles above us, seemed close enough to touch. Grey-white patches, streaks, showers and curtains filled our sky.
But why no colors, I wonder? However, on the viewing screen of my camera, there was the same aurora in its full glory of colors, mostly greens and some reds. Just because the cones of our retinas are too lazy at night to see colors. But the sensors of our cameras had no such problems.
The second night was a painful drag. Our 3 hours in the teepee, we spent drinking hot chocolate and waiting interminably. But for one streak across the sky, no aurora activity at all. We were relieved when our guide sent us back to the hotel.
The third night raised high hopes. The positive forecast was for a magnetic storm, which usually causes intense auroras. But the negative forecast predicted a cloudy sky which would hide the displays. But when we got off the bus as usual, we were in for a pleasant surprise. No clouds, and the aurora had started its dance. Ram and I set our cameras to full aperture with a shutter open for 10 seconds. High sensitivity at infinite focus as recommended. We bagged so many shots. We see greens because 60 miles above us, charged particles from the sun streams down from the North Pole and collides with oxygen atoms. These atoms in turn give up their newly acquired energy as green light. We see reds because charged particles collide with oxygen at a much higher elevation of 200 miles. This time, oxygen radiates red light. Had the solar wind been more intense, we could have seen even blues and purples. Nitrogen.
Our excitement faded as soon as the predicted clouds moved in and covered up the sky. But we were happy as we returned to our hotel that night. We had withstood the cold and had sacrificed our sleep for 3 nights in a row, but had been rewarded with wondrous sights. Next morning after breakfast, we flew back to a warm but rainy Vancouver. Ram is considering a revisit to Yellowknife in time.